Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying the Grand Cross content. I am trying to reach 6,000 subscribers, and I know with your guys' support, we will be able to reach that. Also, be sure to join the Discord. The link will be in the description and in the comments below. And then finally, be sure to become a member of the channel if you want to support the channel even more than you already are. We have exclusive perks that your regular subscriber won't be able to get unless they also become a member. So if you want to support the channel, go ahead and become a member. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and let's jump right in. Okay guys, so I know I've been a little radio silent on Grand Cross because it hasn't really had anything happening. There's nothing crazy going on, and I've been really focusing on my second channel, Dev Mirrors High. Go subscribe to that if you haven't already. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy with the Bleach content. Now for Grand Cross, I am very curious to see what they're going to be doing with this what if saga that they're going down. Now we are going to pretty much be getting a lot of these characters, I assume. If not this year, then definitely next year. So Elaine joins the 7 Deadly Sins instead of Ban. Like, we're gonna get a version of Elaine that actually joins the 7 Deadly Sins. That's crazy. Hawk is in Purgatory instead of Wild, and then Meliodas and Elizabeth swap genders. What if they swap races too? What if there's a Meliodas that becomes an angel, and what if there's an Elizabeth that's a demon? Whew, that would be crazy. That would be insane. And then also, so I paused it on Meliodas here, or whatever they're gonna call this character. I don't know if it's going to be called Meliodas female version or like a literal different name, but I paused it on Meliota here because it is a very cool little silhouette to see. It almost looks like Elizabeth, if I'm gonna be completely honest. It does just kind of look like Elizabeth wielding Lost Vein, but either way, that's pretty cool, right? And then if you look, I wonder, you guys saw him, Bond, right? Or whatever they're gonna call this version of Bond. So there's Bond, but I do wonder if we're going to get the same kind of like GIF here whenever they release another what if character, and it's gonna be a sin. So right now it's only Bond and Meliodas that are changed, but what if we get another character and it gives us the same GIF, but instead of it being like, I don't know, instead of it being this Bond, it's in a lane with this artwork. So imagine she gets the holy relic. I don't think it'd be the nunchucks, but I do think that if they decide to bring, you know, Elaine into the 7 Deadly Sins, I mean, shouldn't she technically get a sacred treasure? Like, I'm not crazy, right? I'm not crazy. But then that begs the question, would King still be in the Sins? Or does Elaine take his spot? Or maybe Bond? Well, it said instead of Bond, so I assume King would still be in the Sins. So okay, would that mean Elaine like drank from the fountain of youth? I don't know, but either way, I do think that we're eventually gonna see the same GIF, but with all the characters gender swapped. So this Queen Deanne, she's gonna be gender swapped, right? You know, this Gother's gonna be gender swapped. So there's a lot of potential for this what if saga campaign that they're doing. And then we do have I don't want to say confirmation, but we do have this from 7 Deadly Sins leaks that you will be able to use the female version of Bond and Meliodas with the regular version. Now that does indicate they are going to have a different name. So they're not going to be Bond and Meliodas. It could simply be Meliodas parentheses female version. It could easily be that, or they could legit have another name. So maybe instead of Meliodas, it's like, you know, Meliota. Like I say that jokingly, but what if it is something like that? Like Meliodatus or something like that, or, you know, Bania, right? So I don't know. It's pretty interesting that they are going down this route. So let's look at the heroes for Bond and Meliodas real quick before I wrap up. So Bond and Meliodas, we got all of these characters here. Now you're going to be able to use this female version of Meliodas with all of these characters, which is pretty exciting because we'll be able to put her next to, I say her, but we'll be able to put the female Meliodas next to Nemesis Melly because she'll be a demon, unless they really throw a wild card and it's a female version of Meliodas, but she's a goddess clan member, right? Unless they really throw a wild card. But then that all, like, again, this is crazy. This also can lead to really crazy team builds if they decide to switch races, right? So instead of Gother being an unknown, what if he is actually considered a demon? Instead of King being a fairy, what if he's a human? Listen, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole too much, but I mean, all jokes aside, if they decide to really go crazy with this what if campaign, I really think that this could bang. Like, unironically, I think that it could actually bang. So we'll see. But here are all the versions of Meliodas that we have. This will be the very first time we're going to be able to put, I mean, I know they're, alternate versions, but this will be the first time we technically can put the same named unit together. If this is true, if we are able to do that. So pretty exciting stuff with this what if campaign. I low-key do wish that they didn't do the female version of these characters, not because I don't want them in the game, but because this what if campaign is actually like kind of interesting. And if they decided to do, I don't know, race swap instead of gender swap, or perhaps they decide to do, two different characters. But I guess it's good to start with Bond and Meliodas, right? I guess it is good to start, but now this gives a really big leeway into what characters could do and what they could be. Again, you switch the races of characters, you switch the abilities of characters. We can start really mix and mashing a lot of this stuff. So I'm very excited to see what they do. And then again, Bond, so assuming that this female Bond is a human, right, we'll be able to actually put her with these, well, there's not really that many good Bonds, but actually there's no good Bonds except for Gojo Bond, I think. I mean, he's good in the back. I mean, LR Bond is still pretty useful. I guess if you don't have Gojo Bond, he's still pretty useful, right? So yeah, very interesting stuff. I am waiting to see if they do it for the rest of the sins. I mean, I assume they will. It's gonna be crazy to see an Escanor as a female. Isn't that literally just Gawain though? Like, if we're being honest, like, isn't Gawain, because that's his daughter, isn't that literally just Gawain right now? A female version of Escanor. I'm joking, but you guys get the point. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this what if campaign. Super excited to see what they got for us in store for us. Very excited to see what happens with this update. But this will be Dev signing out. I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day.